In reading all the comments that all of you have made on my videos, I know that there really seems to be a attraction to winter in the northwoods. Well, this morning, I guarantee you, I checked the calendar thing in there, and it's only October 13th. But we're going to get a real taste of a winter today. It's not that cold, it's just about freezing. But these snows just keep moving in and out. Never really goes back to rain now, it just stays cold. And most of this snow you see has accumulated in the last few hours. I don't think they would forecast that much, but the ground's thawed, it's not going to stay. We're going to go out and enjoy it while we can.
I'm really glad I have my big rain umbrella today. My camera's not an all-weather camera, so we wouldn't be able to do this, but it's going to allow us to take a nice walk here down through the cedars. You can see how the treetops are really catching all the snow. The bad part about that is it gets so heavy and then start to bring the branches down. And October snows have a real tendency to do that. They're always wet. This area in here is where I really appreciated having that cart with 4 wheels, because that's the streaking, that's the umbrella striking the branches. And I like having that cart with 4 wheels because when I was using a wheelbarrow, when I get into spots like this, the single wheel would just sink right down and I'd have trouble pulling it out, getting it going again. But the cart, it'll just pull right through even the wet spots. As we walk along here, in just a very short distance, we're going to leave the sloshing in the water of the cedar bog behind. Elevation-wise, we'll just rise up a few feet, but it makes a total transformation in the tree type and the firmness of the trail. As we look up that way, that was the original way that I came in when I found the cabin, and it was the old lane. But when the beavers flood things, they make it a big lake up there, so when I first came in, we were forced to carry our stuff over the trees over this way, and then over the years I've just cut the logs off, and so now it's like we have a shortcut over to the main trail again. If I didn't have this umbrella, I think I'd be already soaked. Excuse me, I got a duck kind of low here. Whoa, really having trouble getting through here. Some of these branches are already coming down lower. Now we're all right. We're back out on the main open trail. Always a spot that in any weather, always kind of interesting to me. It's interesting, an old timer too. This is actually, someone had a cabin here. If we dug down in the snow, we'd find old debris and things, but it's right on the edge of some really nice big old timber. Yeah, this looks really nice, but you can see how those branches are coming down. If this keeps up, they'll be bent right down to the ground. For the most part, when it melts, they'll spring back up again. Sound of a grouse taking off. This is why I need to really maintain this main trail, because if I don't, when it snows, it closes in from both sides and you can't even push your way through. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If I were to brush right through there, I'm going to end up just with wet legs, so I'm going to kick it. Instead of knocking that snow off, it's back up where it's supposed to be. Yeah, here's another one. Give this a kick. There he goes. When I left last year on my fall trip, it had done this the day before. I should have left the day earlier because it didn't just bring the brush down, it brought trees down, and I was so busy I didn't film it, but it was kind of a disaster all the way out. And up where my vehicle was parked, I had to chainsaw for an hour just to get the stuff off so I could drive through. As I hauled my cart, I was able to pretty much dodge and weave and get under everything, but with the vehicle I was forced to saw them out of the way. This stream doesn't even always flow. It drains a big swamp to the north, and it comes through here, and it's been running and getting higher the whole time. There's actually a tube under there, but it's too much water, so it's coming over the top. Makes a nice, always makes a nice scene. You can see it's dropping from level to level down through there. Now we get back into this nice cedar grove. Enough branches up, it's holding all the snow up. One of the reasons the deer end up coming back into these cedars like this is because cedars hold the heat in. There's less snow on the ground. But they've trimmed all this up. They can hardly, well, some of those little branches they could probably get to if they stand up. And they will. Otherwise, it's where they come for their winter existence oftentimes. Now this is really getting bad. I see it's only a few, so I'm going to shake them and try to get through. Maybe I can just even just bump them with the umbrella and get enough height to get around. Yeah, we'll push underneath here. Wonder how tough they make these umbrellas. There, we got a pretty open trail now. A few little sitting juncos here. We've made it out a mile. This is where, when times are dry and the roads, the lanes, not a road, the lane, dirt lane, when it's in decent shape, this is where I can drive in with my vehicle. But this year, no way, with all the water and as wet as it is. Out here is where hunters do come by with their ATVs sometime. Sometimes out here I'll bump into one, but I haven't heard any shots going off. And it'd be a pretty cold and wet time trying to hunt those rough grouse this morning. Before I took off on the hike, I spent the morning there in the cabin and polished off a whole pot of coffee while I had some. It's Sunday morning, and so especially on Sunday mornings I try to have a time of worship and put on a Ray Hughes tape. And then when I did turn the radio on, just thinking for some news, there was a church coming on and he had some nice music, and the guy had a pretty good message. So it's been a pretty complete Sunday morning, but now I'm thinking this can be one of those 2-pot days. I'm going to go back and put another pot on and sit back in the rocking chair. We're doing pot number 2 for the day. I'm sure glad we got that walk in, because I think it can be a repeat of yesterday. Where some beautiful scenes out there, but then within an hour, it's all going to be gone. So, fleeting, beautiful moment. My spruce grouse would be happy if the snow melts, because they could get back on my little pathway with their natural gravel. Right now they're on my chicken grid under the little roof, but they seem to be happy with it, so I'm glad to help them out.